Hi, this is Leo. I'm gonna start doing the illustration I promised I would do with all my Skype friends, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to be drawing this on a what's it called? A Canva, Hoyong Canva, 22-inch, the digital pen on Krita, so it's pretty basic. The non-basic part will be drawing the whole freaking thing. I hope you guys enjoy it. Much love. God bless you. This is the collage I prepared on PureRef. It's a beautiful tool to help you develop your idea. So the whole concept of this illustration is based on a dynamic inside a video game called Sky Children of Light, where the characters or the players can piggyback, and you can only be on each instance in the game. Only 8 people can be in each instance, so you can only form a tower of a piggyback, tower of people, with those 8 people. So I thought it would be cool to illustrate an even bigger tower, with most of my friends, all the friends that wanted to participate in this. What's up, Pico? What up? This is Joey. What's up, Joey? Samu the Smoo, the one and only. The inseparable Sam and Lei, inseparable and uncomparable. The mysterious Cameron Cat comes and goes as he pleases. What's up, Cameron? And of course, there is no day without day until she hits you upside the head, and then night comes, of course. The arrow that always hits its mark. Arrow. My name. Mr. Falcon, fly high, man. Break those shackles that bind you, man. Fly high. Jesse, always lovely to see you. What up, Chewy, my dude? Hey Max, what's up, dude? You're always so quiet, but you speak when it's important, bro. This is Lucky that wants to be called Loki, but is lucky to be called Lucky. Low-key. Nix! What can I say about you, Nix? You're a lovely person, Nix. Don't fall asleep. Get that get that die. And last but not least, the Chibi Moth King, Junior Luiso. We miss you, Luis. I almost forgot we had a last minute entry and I had to just make a few adjustments. I cut the Peggy back in half, fit her in there. Just a little bit of maneuvering, the line art. And this is My Angel. Hi, Amai. And just like that, the sketch of the piggybacking tower of people is complete, and we can move on to the sketches of the individual poses. It's going to be challenging, but I'm up to it. Let's go. What I'm doing here is just utilizing simple shapes to help me position everything, have a better idea of where I'm going to put it. Unfortunately, I lost the recording of Lewis, Chibi King. It's unfortunate, but moving on, what I did is I cut off the heads from the tower, and I use them to guide the individual poses, just for me to have a better idea of what to draw, how to draw it, give me an easier time. Either way, I had to completely redesign most of the heads because they were all squished in the tower. They were just basically a guiding point. positioning of the line art, of the character line art, and also a little preview of the background that's going to be in this whole illustration. Of course, all of it just line art right now and rough drafted. We'll get into the line art cleanup very soon. Here I start tweaking all the line art and cleaning up anything that's messy and sketchy, I guess. That's one way of saying it. It is a sketch, right? So just cleaning up all the line art and making everything tight, getting ready for the painting process. So one by one, bit by bit, inch by inch, I went through the lines and cleaned up what I did not like, what did not make sense. And this moment of the illustration is good to see if something is making sense, or even it's a good moment to choose certain lines if you have a really rough draft. These drafts aren't that rough, but if you really have a rough draft, it's a moment to get creative for all the lines that you have put in paper, or in this case, digital media. I just wanted to give you guys a little look at outside the digital world and into the physical. Break the fourth wall, if you will, somewhat. I don't know if that applies, but here it is, my hand going at it. So the little dot you see is basically my pen. Digital pen going crazy, right? This is real time, of course, so everything's speeded up, but this is a little example of like how slow the process is. It's not a fast process at all. Some people think artists like just come up with things like like from one moment to another, but no. Artists, I could compare in one point anyway, an artist to a doctor in the way that you spend all your life studying. A doctor spends all their life studying to give you a diagnosis that lasts a minute sometimes. And an artist is the same thing. In that perspective, it's the same way. They spend all their lives to drawing and perfecting their skill to come up with something creative, or hone their craft. all the line art is finally cleaned up and tightened up, and now I'm just prepping everything for the paint. And that's what I'm going to do. As you see, I'm starting to paint the first steps, making this illustration what it's supposed to be. All that you're seeing in this illustration, I did not create the original concept art. All I did was copy what I see in the game with the collage I made, and took some artistic liberty here and there. Like what you see in the background, it's not exactly how that realm in the game is. But what I'm trying to say is, they are not endorsing me at all. I did this as a fan and for my friends that play with me in the game, the people that speak with me in Discord that I've been speaking with for quite a while. They became really good friends. Very easy to get overwhelmed when you're doing a project like this, and sometimes you start not to see the project well. It's okay to take a break. Sometimes you need to take a break. Your brain gets overwhelmed from the media you're using or from the project you're doing, and you have to take a break. Go close your eyes for 20 minutes, go for a walk, go talk to a friend, go play a game, do anything but work on what you're doing. Even if you're not stuck, you need to refresh your brain from what you're doing. You need a reboot. So an example of this is sometimes I'm drawing something and it looks terrible. To me, it just doesn't look right. Something about it, I hate it. What I do, instead of trashing the project, I stop. I go do something else. Usually, when I come back, I'm like, whoa, wait up, I was going somewhere here. Before I was ready to trash the project, but now I'm, wow, okay, I was going somewhere, it looks cool. So give it a chance when you think like, oh, it looks terrible, oh my god, I can't do this, this is too complicated. No, stop, go take a breather and come back. If you need to come back the next day, do it, but yeah, take a break. Breaks are important. Refresh your brain. Here I was trying to create a lens flare in a wing, which is something that's an item in sky, as well as in Eden, which is a place in sky. It's something always in the back, a realm always in the back. And so they give off light and they create lens flares in the game. And I was trying to create a lens flare from scratch instead of just using a special effect. Here I'm finalizing the painting of the background, adding little details and such, just tweaking here and there. And I'm finally ready to move on to the next stage, which is adding color to the characters, starting with the tower and then going to the individuals. I usually start with all my solid shapes and then I move on to adding more rich colors on top, and I'm adding layers and layers of color. Trying to keep with a theme. I usually make a color key so I am consistent with what I'm painting, at least in something, a project like this. I rarely use black for shades or to make a gradient, because it tends to dull out the work. While if you use the color that complements the color that you're using and you multiply it will mix the colors and create a darker gradient. Another simpler way is just to, when you are making a darker color on top or making a shade, you can always just bring the opacity down on your brush, so the color you're using on top is going to be see-through, and it will be affected by the color on the bottom if you're using a program like Photoshop or programs of the sort to do your digital art. If you're wondering who this guy is, that is my player character actually, but he looks absolutely different than what he looks now. Just like my friends, they have changed their looks as well. Changing your looks is a big part of it. I'm moving on from shading into highlights. Highlights will create points of interest in an illustration that will bring your eyes to that point. So be mindful if you are creating a painting, a drawing, or an illustration. It will always make things pop out. If you notice in in life, right? When you see a little light, you look straight towards it, it grabs your attention. That's what highlights do. With the tower's completion, now I can move on to painting the individuals, and I start with the Chibi Moth King Jr. himself, Louis, or Luiso as I like to say. Next is the always fabulously well-dressed Nyx. If you guys didn't know this about Nyx, she's a home decorator. She's excellent at decorating homes. Lucky's turn to get his paint job. And here he is. Arr, matey. Getting your paint job, matey. You rapscallion, yeah. Arr. Why is a pirate a pirate? Because they are. Yeah, that's bad, right? It's Max's turn. Now stay still for your makeover, man. You don't want me to mess it up. Chewy, what can I say? Chill times, bro, right? I didn't know your name meant Jesus, bro. Chewy is an abbreviation for Jesus, for those that don't know. I had no clue. Here's Jessie getting her makeover. Falcon has him off, it's still looking all majestic. Arrow standing proud while I give his chassis a paint job. Day, bright, lovely day. Don't burn me while I paint you, alright? Get that candle down. I to get her makeover. Very solemn and peaceful pose you picked. I like it. Cameron, stay still, man. Please stay in one place, just in time for me to paint you, alright? Stay still. Time to knock out two birds with one stone. This is Sammy and Lele. They actually do a Twitch streaming service. They stream almost every day. You guys can check them out under Sippy and T. That's twitch.tv/SIPPYANBTEA. They're good friends of mine, so I decided to shout them out. Don't drop the line, Sam. It's time for Samu to get her makeover, but luckily she can play the guitar and sing while she waits. Joey, I don't even have to say anything, man. Just play that piano and we'll have a chill time. Keep on playing that piano, bro, and singing, man. You do a great job, man. Eco, what can I say? You're a beautiful person. I hope we can continue to be good friends for a long, long time. I'm glad to have met you, man. Jesus loves you, and so do I, man. I'm glad to have met you, brother, in the net. Right, man? Finally, all the painting is complete, and now all I need to do is a bit of composition work, a little bit of tweaking here and there, move characters back and forth, space them correctly, as well as add shadow, which I'm going to be adding shortly, under all the character poses as well as the tower. And then just place the background in the background, background in the background, that is where it belongs. And yeah, composition. I should really write, right? Before I do these recordings, but I want it to be as raw as possible and as natural as possible. That's why I leave some of these recordings a bit choppy. I think it will give it more authenticity. You guys tell me what you think. Before I do the outro, I'd like to thank all my friends in Sky for participating in all this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the illustration. This was all for you guys. If you like what you saw and are interested in seeing more, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all that good stuff, and remember, in every blank page there are infinite possibilities.